Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Introduction to Minecraft series. Today we're going to be introducing you to animal breeding and animal taming, I suppose, since that is a fundamental part in a lot of the animal breeding behavior in Minecraft. You want to have more dogs, maybe you want more cats, or maybe you want to make a farm like I've made in a couple of my videos, where, mass amounts of sheep and cows are spawned only to serve the whims of me. We're going to be going around and talking about all the mobs that we can tame and breed today. So that means this will be focused on all neutral or passive mobs. As you can see, there's things like ocelots, dogs, cats, which are more neutral, and then things like chickens, sheep, cows, mushrooms. We're going to start here with the horses, since this is one that you probably want to get around. Horses have a bit of a complicated mechanic for breeding. In order to breed a horse, you are either going to need a golden carrot or a golden apple. But you can't just go up and smack them with the golden apple or the golden carrots. As you can see, even after taking the golden apples and the golden carrots, actually both of them, they have not made a third horse. They have not bred. So in order to get a horse to breed, you have to tame it first. How you tame a horse is you right-click on it and get on the horse. It will buck you off a few times. There we go, just like that. But eventually, it will allow you to stay on, and if it's your first time, you'll get a little achievement that says Best Friends Forever. After you've done all that, you should be able to shift right-click on them and then see their inventory. See these donkeys that I have not tamed yet, they're not going to allow me to do that, but these horses will. So I can see that they have no saddle and no horse armor. Anyway, and now I should be able to get them to breed. And when that happens, the parrots and the bats, there you go. A little horse will spawn, and this is where it gets a little more complicated. Horses have 3 stats. They have health, speed, and a jumping stat. And essentially, the horse that will spawn out of them will be similar to the parrots, meaning it will take on some of the color traits that they have. So in this case, it took on the brown and painted look of this parent. And it will also take, mostly, again, the speed, the jump height, and the health of the average of the 2 parents, plus a little random variation mixed in. There's more complicated formulas than that, and there's maximums and minimums, but this is a basic entry. Donkeys are a bit different from horses. They don't have 3 different stats. All donkeys are the same in terms of speed. They always move at 7.5 blocks per second, which is much better than my walking speed of about 4.3 blocks per second. But other than that, they do have range of health from 15 to 30 hearts, and they have different jump heights. Donkeys are also really good, though, because they can carry saddlebags. So similar to the horses, you can't breed them unless they are tamed. They also are they are also bred by golden apples and golden carrots. So again, I'm going to tame them, and we'll skip to that part. So there we go. I have tamed the donkeys, and you can see this one's got some chests in it, or on it, and you might be wondering, how do you do that? And it's got a bunch of extra inventory spaces here. Well, you take a chest on your hand, you right-click it, and boop, on it goes. Horses cannot have a chest on them. As you see, I just hop on the horse, but donkeys can. Anyway, again, they breed using the same golden apples or golden carrots, and there's a little baby donkey there. In real life, you can combine a horse and a donkey and get a mule. Same is true in Minecraft. These are mules. And same with the horse, same with the horses, same with the donkeys. You can simply breed them and they will make a mule. A mule has all the same advantages of a donkey. It can carry a saddlebag, and it has some of the advantages of a horse, namely that it can move faster than 7.5 meters per second, or 7.5 blocks per second. It can actually move up to over 14 blocks per second, much like a horse. So in terms of efficiency, the mule is a much better pack animal than the donkey, although it is a little slower than a horse, sadly, or I should say, it's a good job by the programmers. You cannot breed a mule with another mule. It doesn't work. You can't breed a mule with a horse. You can't breed a mule with a donkey. Mules cannot be bred. So the only way to get mules is to breed a horse and a donkey, which means that it's incredibly difficult to get a very fast mule. So from here on out, it should be relatively simple. Llama, same way as horses and donkeys, they must be tamed first. You tame them by riding them. Their breeding material that they use is a hay bale. So once you've tamed them, you smack them with a hay bale. Not really. You right-click them, and there you go. Somewhere in there, there is another llama. I have this trader llama here just as a demonstration. It is essentially the same as the other llamas. He just looks a little different, but the mechanics are all the same. So that's it for those more complicated animals. Now on to the mainstays of food and supplies. So sheep, they will follow you around if you have wheat. So will cows and mushrooms. They all use wheat to breed. And with the cows and the mushrooms, they just clone themselves, essentially. The sheep will combine the colors of the parents and do a mixture of the two. So with a brown and black one, you get a black one. However, if you had a red and a white one, you'd get a pink sheep. Chickens can be bred in two ways. You can throw eggs, which they lay, and wow, I got 2 chickens, or 2 chicks in that. Oh, I got 4. I've never seen that happen before, so that was really lucky. Anyway, you can get some chickens by throwing eggs, or you can feed them seeds, and they will breed that way. And you get a little chick. Right? Pigs will breed with either carrots, beetroots, or potatoes. Ocelots and cats both like raw salmon or raw cod. However, it is a bit more difficult because the ocelots will run away from you. It can take a bit of doing. However, once you do breed them, they do start to trust you a little bit. However, they do not like enclosed spaces, so they will try to run out. But you do breed them with raw cod or raw salmon, same way that you breed these regular house cats. And off he goes. Dogs can be tamed by giving them bones, and they eventually get a red little collar around them. And then you can stand them up and sit them down. And dogs can be bred with a wide variety of materials, including raw meat, like pork chop or rabbit, or cooked meat, like cooked pork chop or cooked mutton. So here you go, guys. Enjoy. The cats, like the ocelots, respond to raw cod or raw salmon. And once they've been tamed, they too get a red collar around them. And they can be told to stand up or sit down. And they also breed with raw cod and raw salmon and make a little cat. There you go. All of you sit down so you stop trying to run over. Okay. Few more animals here. There's the bunny, the sea turtle, pandas, the foxes, and the bees, which I have here because I can't contain them in a fence, they'll fly away. So we'll start with the rabbits. Rabbits can just do whatever the heck they want, but generally they will follow you if you have dandelions, carrots, or golden carrots, and they will also breed if you have those materials with you. You have to be careful if you have bunnies around, because they'll also just eat carrots right out of your farm, and they will slowly destroy it. Sea turtles will breed if you give them seagrass. However, they don't just breed and make new sea turtles. They will instead go off and lay eggs, which will look something like this, or this, or that, or that, or that. Sea turtles will lay their eggs on the beach that they call home, and they will always return to that same beach. The beach that they call home is wherever they spawned initially. Pandas, like these two, who are already kissing, will breed with bamboo. However, they have an extra requirement. They need some extra bamboo around them. Here we go. I planted some bamboo around them, and the foxes got out. Pandas also have a little bit of complex breeding and spawning mechanic, where they do actually have dominant genes and recessive genes based on laziness, aggressiveness, friendliness, etc. Foxes, as shown here, will breed with sweet berries, or just berries, and there's not much more to it than that. The baby fox will always trust the player, and will not run away when approached. So, see the others. Well, that didn't work. Okay, well, it's not supposed to run away. However, there you go. The last one, but certainly not least, are the bees, which will follow you when you have flowers. They will approach you, and if you give them flowers, they will go and make a baby bee. So, there you go. And then they'll kind of forget that you exist. But if you have a beehive nearby and you want more bees, that's how you get more bees. Any flower that is 1 or 2 blocks high will work. So that means sugarcane won't work, cacti won't work. But poppies and cornflower and any of the other ones will work. Anyway, I hope that this was a good introduction to animal spawning, breeding, taming mechanics. I hope you really enjoyed it. The bees are certainly enjoying my company. If there's anything else that you'd like an introduction to on Minecraft, shoot me a comment. Let me know.